Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Teach Me Something Tuesday episode of the Healthcare Education Transformation Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. F. Scott Feil, and today's lesson is a 3-tip lesson on incorporating movement into your class. Uh, this goes for both students and professors. This one is one that I didn't think made that big of a deal, but when trying to optimize brain function, movement is a great practice to incorporate because it gets the blood pumping, it gets the brain thinking a little differently, and we're physically getting up and moving around. And that helps with thinking and getting some new ideas flowing. And there's a couple ways you can do this. One of them is if you're having a lab situation, anytime that you can stand up and do station teaching, where there's, say, 4 or 5 different stations and each group is at a different station, they then move station to station every 20 to 30 minutes or so. That's an easy one, right? That's like a low-hanging fruit. So station teaching during labs is an easy one. The next one to consider is what I call a whiteboard splash. I've seen this used a couple times where you give a prompt and the students have to then take a mind map or a big picture, 30,000-foot view to answer the question of what's going on. They do this at several whiteboards and groups. Then they get up and they rotate around and they view each other's responses and take notes and reflect on things that were new or they didn't think of or they thought were good ideas or were shared or common ideas. And then the group comes back together to do a bit of a debrief to talk about the mind maps and what was done. Again, just standing up at the board, writing some stuff down, and then circulating the room to kind of keep it moving. The third and final one that I like to kind of think about using is an inside out circle. And with this, you have a group of students on an inner circle and a group of students partnered up with them on an outside circle. And you give a prompt or a discussion question, and the two people facing each other talk about it. Then you move them two to the left, and the outside circle rotates. This way, they can have different conversations and interact with each other, and it's fun because, again, you're keeping them standing, you're keeping them up and moving, and you can have both circles rotating two to the left and or two to the right for the inner circle, so that they're ending up with different partners every couple rotations, and you can then switch the prompts and add questions and just kind of circle around and listen to the conversations going on to make sure that people are understanding the concepts and what's being taught. So consider those 3 easy tips and tactics to start incorporating. And if you are a student and you're learning this stuff, again, trying to get up and move around when appropriate is always a good practice. Even for somebody who works at a desk all day, just getting up and moving around every 15 to 20 minutes helps with the blood flow and circulation. And again, just trying to create fresh ideas and get the mind thinking differently. So hope that was helpful, and we will see you on the next one.